Hi everyone, I'm Roma and you are on the Dr. Cash channel. In this video you will see how to drive traffic from Facebook on White Nutra offers as part of Affiliate Marketing Academy by Dr. Cash. The video is made for publishers with different level of experience, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. To make this video as useful as possible, just imagine how your campaigns convert so powerfully that advertisers from all over the world come and beg you to promote their offers. Then send this vibe to the universe by subscribing to our channel and liking this video. First, some theory. The practical part will come a bit later if necessary, timestamps below. Let's start with why Facebook is the optimal source of traffic. Firstly, because it is the largest social network, here we can find the widest audience across all geos and for any offer. Secondly, Facebook's optimization algorithms select the audience for our offers. Facebook shows its users only what they are interested in, and thanks to this, it is easy to work there, even for a beginner. Thirdly, as practice shows, despite all the security upgrades, Facebook always leaves opportunities for publishers to enter. This means that once you get used to it, you can count on an almost stable income. The main thing is to stay constantly on topic, as changes are constantly taking place here. These are just some of its advantages, but there are its own nuances, as crackdowns with rejected ads for no apparent reason, locks, bans, etc. There is nothing to be scared about. All publishers go through it. Remember the most important thing. The more trust an account has, the less likely it is to experience difficulties. In other words, the way you prepare for driving will largely determine the success of the campaign. As for accounts, there are several options here. Firstly, to register and farm yourself. By the way, we have a detailed instruction on how to do it here. But it's a long, tedious process and not everyone will dare to do it. So it's used either in teams, where there is a farm department, or for earning money by selling these accounts. Secondly, to work with various purchased accounts. When buying, there are two tasks: not to get scammed and to buy quality consumables. In order not to give your money to scammers, you need to stick to the basic truths, as in a normal market. First of all, if you know someone who has contacts of verified sellers, ask for them. Secondly, you can ask in groups and ask for recommendations, but you need to realize that hungry scammers will also see your message. In this case, you need to search through several groups and then look for reviews of sellers on the internet. Thirdly, you can buy through an agent. It is safer, but the choice of them should also be approached carefully. When choosing a shop, look at its age, reputation and range. After you have identified the sellers, you need to test their goods, because the seller is the same everywhere, their task is to sell. At this stage, you don't need to buy a large number of accounts. If we take a farmed account for checking it, we just need to look it through. Here's a list of what you need to check after the purchase. Feeling. It's about the cover, avatar, profile picture and information, friends, posts, etc. It doesn't determine the level of trust, but can say more about the seller, how they approach things. Advertising in the profile. This is the main thing you should pay attention to during a quick look. If it is there, it's already a good sign. If the network wants to get money from you, it means that it thinks you are a real person. Fan page. Even one page in the account increases trust. Here you need to check if the information is filled out, if there are posts and subscribers, if the account is subscribed to any groups and has been active there. It's also important to make sure that the fan page has not received any warnings. Activity log both on and off Facebook. In settings, you need to check the number of actions and sessions. Better, there should be constant and diverse activity, subscriptions, posts, likes, friends, etc. Then you need to check actions outside Facebook. With the help of its pixels, Facebook sees our interests far beyond the social network. So, if there is nothing in this item, then the user is considered as a bot. Further, in the same section, check advertising topics and categories. The more topics, the more trust, because they are selected based on user actions and reactions. There should also be several items under categories. Location. Everything is logical here. The geo of the account must coincide with the geo on which we drive. There's a link in the description by which you can determine the geo. And of course, you should check the part called account quality. This item is accessed from the business account, so we shouldn't have any problems here. And now let's have some practice. Today, Dr. Cash Marketing Director Kirill will lead us through the whole process of launching a campaign. Hi, Kirill.
Hi, Roma. How are you guys doing? My name is Kirill and I'm in charge of lead gen and PR at Dr. Cash CPA Network. Let's skip my biography and, if needed, there's a link to my Telegram blog in the video description. If you have any questions or you are interested, subscribe. Today, I'll show you how to run advertising campaigns in Facebook on conditionally white NUTRA offers, like beauty products, hair or skin cosmetics, everything that isn't a direct NUTRA or is explicitly forbidden by Facebook policy. It's not quite the same as the classic white hat offers, but in general, the verticals are similar considering the difficulty in launching and account lifespan. And in both cases, under certain conditions, you can launch on such offers without cloaking. Not to waste our time, let's go straight to the practice as we have a decent number of tasks today. You can see the list on the screen. And we'll start by connecting an offer and preparing the infrastructure for the driving as domain, hosting, website, and landing page. We go straight to your personal manager. We honestly describe our current capabilities and achievements and ask for an actual funnel for the white driving without cloaking. It is in the manager's interest to help you launch as soon as possible and continue doing it as long as possible. Their KPI depends on it. So don't be shy, don't look for tricks. Affiliate Manager is your bro. Now let's talk about the offer. In Dr. Cash, there are not so many white hat offers, but they are still working and not yet wasted. My manager recommended me one and it is Snap-on Smile offer. Removable plastic veneers to mask dental problems. The product is not new for the CIS, but it is not yet a hit in the other countries. For our tests, I chose two geos, Romania and Italy. Romania because I liked the approved level there, and I liked Italy on volume. This offer is being actively driven there, and we'll see that in the future when we look for creatives through spy services. Well, let's move on to connecting an offer. Choose an offer with the geo that interests you in Dr. Cash admin panel. Create a campaign. And then select Rose Transfer via API and save. Next, you need to go to the created stream and download the PHP formatted landing page that interests you. The API is set up already here. All you need to do is just drive it into your hosting and unzip it. We have already driven the landing on our domain and can do a test lead. Lead passed. We look it up in Dr. Cash admin panel, and we see the lead in trash. That means that the landing is working. Everything is okay. Some words about domains that I use. For driving on white hat offers, I usually use expired domains that previously hosted sites on the topics I need. Such domains with history cost the same price as regular ones, but Facebook trust rate for such domains is higher, especially if they have been previously published on Facebook and have any reactions. This is not so crucial for driving on gray or black hat offers, such as adult or gambling, where accounts don't live long anyway, and domain trust doesn't give such advantages as when you drive on white offer, where the account life often determines your final ROI. The second reason I use expired domains is the white page. I pick up domains that have a copy of the site saved in their web archive. I download that copy and drive it in as a white page. This is not a non-alternative method. I use it because I drive with Google Ads on these same domains, and Google has higher ad requirements for sites, and it can get more information about the site. Therefore, all the fuss with restoring the site from the archive is justified. You can do simpler whites on WordPress or HTML, or use page generators with Facebook. Or you can choose my method and use a free copy of the site from the archive. And now I'll show you how to work with this method. The algorithm for selecting domains is as follows. We go to expired domains. Here we select deleted domains in the settings and delisting no later than 30 days. In the additional settings, we select the first 3 domain zones. In the search, we enter something like shop, store, but it's really not that important. I've already run a little bit through the list of what expired domains gave out, and I have found us a domain. Let's check it out together. Let's check first with Blacklink Checker from Ahrefs and see if there isn't any garbage, porn links, or like. Everything is normal here. The domain has a rating and there are a few links, nothing criminal. Then we go to web.archive and check if there is any current copy. We see that a lot of snapshots were made in 2016. We check one of them and see the actual technical store. The subject matter isn't important, so this fits us. Let's see if it is available in Namecheap. This is the cheapest domain name registrator. A domain in Namecheap costs 10 euros. You can look for a cheaper one, but if you're lazy, take this one. The domain is still free. So we picked up this domain for our driving. Shop Hello Gorgeous. It used to be a local store of women's clothing in the United States. There is a contact page. It looks like a real site, and we'll use it as a white page. To download this version of the site, we use the Archivarix service. Go to the site Archivarix, and all the instructions are there. Everything is simple and free. So in this tutorial, we use regular shared hosting. And we don't drive everything in Keitaro not to complicate the learning process with an additional step of setting up the tracker. However, when scaling or moving to work with more margin-gray offers, the tracker will become a necessity. There are 2 separate videos on the Dr.cash channel on working with Keitaro. The first one is for postback tracking and analytics, and the second one on using Keitaro as a cloaking while working with gray offers. In these 2 videos, Roma described in detail how to work with Keitaro. Be sure to watch it and practice after. So we're done with setting up the infrastructure for the driving. Now we can move on to the next topic, and that's Facebook accounts. Facebook accounts come in many forms, from simple auto-regs to forms under Kings, rental, or agency accounts. Someday we'll do a separate video on this topic. But today we're gonna focus on manual farming, which I'll use for driving. There are a lot of account sellers. I won't mention them now as the market is mostly about reselling, and for now, the store might have a good reputation, but in a week, a bunch of shitty accounts might appear, and this recommendation becomes more harm than good. I use accounts from private sellers who don't put their accounts on marketplaces. A couple of words about them. Geo Ukraine. Strong farms with interests and advertising in the feed. Phone number available both in Facebook and for mail, so there is always an opportunity to pass a check by SMS. About the cons. UA only, and accounts cost $13. If you're interested in the accounts that I use, you can subscribe to my channel in Telegram and ask for a contact in the comments, and I'll send a DM to you. You can always send a message to your personal manager, Dr.cash, and they'll give you links to verified public sellers. Let's move on to landing an account in the profile. All accounts come with cookies and user agent. These are two main things we'll need. I use the Indigo browser here. User agent is edited in the non-obvious navigator section. Then you need to select the system on which the account was farmed, and then go to the proxy settings. I use mobile Ukrainian proxies by Astro Proxy, which I recommend to you as well. It is currently the most popular solution on the market, and for now it is sufficient. Proxy is checked, everything is fine, then save profile. Next, we need to add cookies. Download cookies. And import them. The cookie has been successfully imported. Next, we need to run Cookie Robot to Google cookies on that particular device. This will also give trust to your account. In Indigo, Cookie Robot is launched where cookies are imported. The list of sites for the Cookie Robot is made according to the geo of your account. In my case, it is Ukrainian geo. And I use women's sites, delivery sites, in general those sites that have Facebook Pixel, and which are connected in one way or another by the geography of the account. After launching the Cookie Robot, it starts Googling cookies, including Facebook, among the sites. This is how the first login to the account takes place. After the Cookie Robot finishes its work, you save the profile and forget about it for a day. Why do we do this? Again, for additional trust from Facebook, and not to let Facebook notice some strange, suspicious actions. Well, we won't wait for a long time. We already have an account ready for the next step. Namely, payment linking. We move on to the account that was given some time. Check the feed. We see ads there. For me, ad in the feed is the most important indicator that the account is perceived by Facebook as a real person's account, and accordingly, it is ready to drive ads. Each account has 2 fan pages with standard names. Choose the one that is more suitable by name to your offer. At the time of recording this manual, that is August 2023, UA accounts connect best with US BIN cards from EPN. This is not an ad. Recently, there was a payment crackdown when all accounts were under risk and no bins fitted. This is periodically repeated and you should be ready for it. And in case there is something that doesn't work with payments, try others. Bins in this case are used by US. BIN is the first 6 digits of the card. Yeah, 6 digits of the card, which determine the bank geo that issued this card. Back to our account. Now we need to create a post with some innocent picture. through the boost of that post, we're going to link the card. The post is published. Let's move on to linking the card. We'll set the boost for 2 days. The cost is also minimal. And add your card. Save the card. In this case, a standard error pops up. Facebook will ask us to confirm the temporary hold. As we can see, the card is actually added. And now we need to go to the Ads Manager. Ads Manager is loaded. And we go to Billing. As we suspected, Facebook is asking to do a hold. There is no way that's going to stop us from launching unless you're a first bill hunter. And it usually only happens at the beginning, and basically just tells you that the card is added successfully. So now we go back and publish our ad, which we run to firstly warm up and also the first billing, automatic one, which Facebook withdraws from our card, and after which we'll move on to run the ad directly in Ads Manager. Our ad is sent for moderation. It'll pass it. And then the boost budget will be successfully cut, and the account will be fully ready for advertising. Obviously, we don't have to wait for cutting because we have already prepared in advance an account with the linked card, so we'll be able to launch immediately. But before that, we can give more attention to the creatives. There are different approaches to make creatives, and to find them, we need a spy service, and the best one for Facebook is @Heart. Here, everything is simple. Just type in the search box the offer's name, and I'll remind you we drive on the offer Snap on Smile. It's dental veneers. And then click Find Creatives. Here we see creatives on different geos. Videos, static videos. Here in the filters you can select geo, for example. We're interested in Italy. And we can see what is topical for Italy at the moment. You can download a unique version of the creatives, but keep in mind that in this case, they may lose quality. Adding graphics and additional unique things of both static and video creatives is available on the free version of Canva, so be sure to use it. Ideally, you should use unique creatives, the ones that you made yourselves, and sources taken from the stocks or TikTok. You'll have fewer problems in this case with rejection, and you can achieve better conversion. But for the test of the offer, in order to understand if there is any sense to drive on it or if creatives are added, you can use unique CREO from Spy Services. By the way, this product is known in the CIS, so it is available on such marketplaces as Wildberries and Ozon. Take a look. Google it there. Look at reviews and use what you find there to make creatives. So now that we're done with creatives, we're ready to launch. Go to the pre-warmed account and create a campaign for leads. The name can be random. Choose a site. Then the goal of conversion, that is leads. Then, for the first time, the budget can be left like this. Edit the geo. Our interest is Italy. Age from 25 to 55, let's say. We make the assumption that after 55, people don't use veneers. Although, it is silly. Let it be 60. Put both genders at this stage. Choose the location. We remove Messenger and Audience Network at once. Here, we remove some playsets that won't fit our CREO format, and they are unnecessary. Mostly, they'll waste your money. They'll waste your money. Everything is set up here. Let's move on to the creatives. Here we choose a creative that we made in advance. This is the creative we chose. We already know that a static like this is not banned on this offer. We didn't add any extra texts except for the logo on the creative. Texts will be in the ad description. Once a simple creative with the lowest ban probability will be approved, and will begin to optimize, you can add some additional creatives. Now we add some innocent headline. In this case, an innocent headline like, "A Hollywood smile is now available to everyone." As for the description, no stop words in it either. There we write, "They perfectly fix broken and damaged teeth and fit all kinds of jaws. Find out the price and place your order." And that's our ad. Then we paste in our URL. This is our landing, in case you've forgotten what it looks like. At this point, we need to add a pixel to the landing code. Let's move to the landing page and we insert our pixel in the home page code before the closing head tag. This is a standard pixel that you take from the manager. Save the changes, then go to the Thanks page, and now insert the code there, before the closing head tag, and then we add another line to the code. In that line, we write conversion events. In our case, that's a lead. Hit save. And now we're ready to create a campaign. Publish. In this case, we start with one ad set and one creative. We use such a simple setup to warm up the account more gradually, and we'll start duplicating ad sets from the second day of the driving. Now we need to let the ad campaign optimize for 1 to 3 days. And then we'll move on to analyzing the results of our launch. Dear friends, today is August 7th. 4 days have passed since the start of campaign launch, and we have our first results. They're quite encouraging. Our creative works and started to bring leads at a reasonable price. On the second day, we duplicated the first ad set and changed the targeting settings, leaving only women. By the end of the day, it became clear that such leads are cheaper. So we made a duplicate of this ad set and added a new creative. The new one came out a little more expensive, which resulted in the higher cost of leads in this ad set. But it's all a subject of optimization. Also, don't forget to clean the creatives. The product is not new. People have used it, and therefore there can be negative reactions. It is better to delete such comments immediately, just so that they don't affect the conversion rate of your ad. As for approvals, in the drcash admin panel, we have this statistic: 17 approves, 14 leads in the hold, and 22 rejections. Earned $221 with spent $185, meaning we make money even without good approve, which will level up anyway with the current approve. We should get 5 more approves at $80 from the hold, and in this case, our ROI will already grow to 60 plus. That's even with the fact that we had taken creatives from spy services and changed them up only a little bit, and had done nothing with landing. Here you can see all the leads. All of this tells us that the offer is very promising in the Italian geo, and ROI here can easily run even 100% with a more conscientious approach to creatives and landings. That's all for today, mates. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments to this video. I'll try to answer all of them. Subscribe to my channel in Telegram as well as Dr. Cash channel. And we will be in touch. Bye, everyone.
Thanks to Kirill for the tutorial. If anyone has any questions, feel free to contact Kirill or write them in the comments. I hope this video was useful for you. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Have a great day and may high ROI be with you.